We're here in the beautiful London at Crypto Challenge and we meet interesting people. And could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, hello. My name is Brett Farnworth. I work as a client advisor for ICOs at Bank Frick. Bank Frick's a very progressive bank, one of the most progressive in Europe for ICO exchanges and traders in the crypto space. We've been going for 20 years now. Still a family-run bank, and that's it, located in Balzers.
All right. So actually you have a license in Liechtenstein to onboard ICOs and STOs for funding?
Yeah, that's correct. So we're a Liechtenstein bank. We have a license for Liechtenstein, but in relation to ICOs, we bring in ICOs that are based in Liechtenstein or also Switzerland. But when it comes to other kinds of companies which are crypto or blockchain related, traders exchanges, they can be from most European countries. So yeah, we're quite open in that respect.
And you have a background in traditional banking, can I say that, with HSBC. What is actually the difference between this world and more the traditional world?
Yeah, well, so yes, I spent 5 years at HSBC. It's very different. It's the core of a business will always be the same. You have to have a strong team, strong idea, strong backing. But when it comes to an ICO, sometimes in the way the market works now, that can't even be good enough. You have to have the idea, the team, but as well as that, I'd say the way the market's moving now, definitely a lot of private help, private investment, VC is becoming more and more important again. And as well as that, you need corporate assistance to make sure that your idea is put in front of the right people and you get the right exposure and help. That's definitely becoming something more and more important.
There will be even more shakeout of the current ICOs, I think. Or
yeah, of course. Well, last year it was so easy to do an ICO, and people were throwing money at the ideas. This year, I believe there's been a correction, and the market's been redefined. And because of that, the ideas themselves need to have backing. They need to have more private help, more institutional help, and we'll definitely see a move away from utility tokens. In my view, they'll still be there, but the STO will become something more and more important, especially with the regulation which we're having in Liechtenstein as well. That'll become more important, and we'll see some more business there, I believe.
What kind of people will invest in STOs? Because of course people expect like a few billion dollars come into the STOs, but you have to be accredited to invest. I mean, still or not.
A token, people want a security token. It has so much more validity. It allows you more into a company, and that's what people want. They want to invest in something which is going to mean that for the future they can either reap benefits back from the project, or at least have something more tangible which links them into the project itself. That, and we're already the pre-existing legislation which we have around securities traditionally will allow for that, and that's, like I say, that's where I see the market moving towards, definitely.
A real shift going from ISO to STO. I mean, that's a very dominant shift. You expect?
Oh, definitely. Like I say, there's still a need for utilities in some businesses, some ICOs for sure. But definitely, as the regulation comes in, there'll definitely be more of a shift towards STOs, and we're seeing that now. I've seen that now in my own business day to day.
So actually you talk about backing. I mean, it's backing of institutional money or backing of a VC. I mean, what would you advise, for instance, a Dutch ICO wants a bank account at Bank Frick?
Bank account? Well, a bank account and running an ICO is something slightly different. Depending on what you want to do with the bank account, it's not so hard. But as far as ICO advice, I'd say you can't rely on crowdfunding anymore, because it's changed, the market's changed, the people have changed, the ideas that maybe still be there, but people are a bit more fearful and a bit more realistic. So to get the project off the ground, you need to really be looking at people who are either giving you VC into the project, or people who are going to be looking to invest significant amounts privately for the token so they can get it off the ground, and then people who are already involved in the market sector, but also people who don't mind the market sector being disrupted, because you want to be able to use their resources, use their connections to make sure that it can get launched effectively, so that it hits that target point where usability becomes more mainstream.
So actually, what is actually the competitive advantage of Liechtenstein if you compare it to Malta, Gibraltar?
Yes, sure. So, well, we actually had a conversation here yesterday with the Prime Minister of Liechtenstein, just talking, saying he's welcome to any business to come over. We're very progressive and very agile and dynamic in that area. Same as Switzerland, against very, very similar legislation. It's for the future. When it regards STOs, it's definitely a USB to be incorporated in Liechtenstein specifically, and I only see that being moving ahead further in the future.
And if you look at the costs, I mean, if you look at the costs for a typical ICO, is it comparable? I mean, or is Malta or Gibraltar cheaper, or how does it work? I mean,
in relation to the legalities of setting up between Malta, it's difficult to say. That varies on so many different levels to be able to give one kind of pricing structure. Plus, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, so I can't help in that respect, unfortunately.
What sectors are interesting for you guys to invest in, like looking for real estate or supply chain or particular sectors?
Okay. Well, we want to tokenize the world at Bank Frick. Yeah, that's it. So as long as it is a great idea with people who want to do it, willing to back it, then it's an idea that will help support. We are a revolutionary, progressive and dynamic bank, and we want to help those companies that want to do well, to change the world. That's what we want to do. So that's the companies that we want to help do it too.
How big is actually the fund? I mean, can you name a few numbers? I mean, from investments, I mean, starts with which number does it start actually?
What, the companies that we invest in ourselves? Or is that
yes.
Well, we don't invest in companies. We support them with accounts. We support them with cold wallets, with fiat currency. We support them with credit cards and other investment products as well. We don't invest in any of the ICOs ourselves.
Okay, there's no investment branch.
No.
Okay. All right. Now, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Do you do some trading yourself or privately?
Trading, yes, I do some trading, but I possibly couldn't comment on that. But no.
Any favorite projects, maybe, in general? The top 25.
You know, I don't even think I'm even allowed to comment on that. But there's actually some really good ICO ideas here as well, which I'm really looking forward to talk to more later on. But yeah, there's some good talks going on here. Okay. But listen, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Right. Thanks everybody.